Today we're going to build an automatic egg catcher to breed these beautiful celestial pearl Danios. This egg catcher can be used for any egg scattering fish with non-adhesive eggs. By the way, I started with 6 of these fish. Now I have hundreds. Stay tuned. Things you're going to need for this build. First off, you're going to need one of these Fluval breeder boxes. I really like this product. By the way, the links for all this stuff will be in the description. The Fluval breeding box comes in 2 sizes. This is the smaller of the 2, and then there's a longer size. They're both great products. I like them for raising fry up when you don't have necessarily another tank to dedicate to the fry right away. The picture shows a female guppy giving birth in here, and there's like a little separator on the bottom. I don't really like putting guppies in here. I don't think it's enough room. You can do it. It's just stressful on the fish, so I try to avoid that. How it works is it's air driven. It'll siphon water in from the aquarium into the box. And a new product I've never used is the Penplax Aqua Nursery. They show female guppies in this box having babies, and then air-driven siphon will kind of pull the babies into the second container. It's a great idea. If it was bigger, I'd be all about it, and I considered trying it for a second, but it's just not enough room. Still a really cool product. If they ever make something bigger than this, I'd be interested in trying it. Mama guppy sits in here, gives birth. Baby guppies fall through that little crack, down this tube here, up this tube, and into this container here. So yeah, really cool concept. I think it would be doable if it was like twice as big. It's just not big enough. You could get away with it. I don't know. I feel like it's stressful for the fish, so I'm going to use this just as an egg trap. Other items you're going to need are 1/2-inch inside diameter hose. I got this at Home Depot. Make sure the inside diameter is 1/2 inch. It doesn't really matter what the outside diameter is. So just 1/2 inch inside diameter hose. You're going to need some plastic canvas. It's just a plastic grid that people use for crafts. I got this from Joann Fabrics. It's the 7 mesh is the key. It comes in 4 different sizes. 7 mesh is a good size for eggs to make it through, but not CPDs or any other nano fish. So you can buy this stuff by the sheet. It's really cheap. Do yourself a favor, just buy like 4 or 5 of them. We're also going to be using a hot glue gun. If you can find it in this cute color, you get bonus points. You could also use super glue or aquarium sealant, silicone. I'm more curious than anything to try hot glue because I think I can get this in the tank the quickest this way. And to be honest, super glue doesn't always work when it's plastic to plastic. And then you're just gonna need a pair of scissors. These Milwaukee scissors are awesome, by the way. Like the most badass scissors I've ever owned. And something to mark with. I use erasable markers so I don't mark anything up permanently. So when you set up your Fluval breeder box, it's gonna kind of look like this. I actually put a piece of foam right here to prevent small fry from getting out. I mean, the grate they give you is pretty big actually. Even guppy fry will make it through there no problem. General concept is air goes in here. This is your lift tube. It draws water from the aquarium into the box. So we are going to connect this tube to this box down here. The CPDs are going to lay their eggs in here, and they're going to get drawn up through this tube and into this collection chamber. First thing we need to do is, if you already have this set up, you don't need this cap here. So we're going to take this cap off. So see that little cap? Not going to need that. This tube is going to connect to our 1/2 inch hose. Now I'm going to go measure how long I need to make this hose. So I figured out it's like a hand width, maybe a little longer. So that should do it. There's a couple tricks with this kind of hose. If you dip it in like boiling hot water, it becomes really soft and easier to work with. We're going to see if we can get it on without doing that, but that's a good trick if you're having problems with it. So now I'm going to take this off just to make it easier on myself. I'm just going to get this hose threaded over this hard plastic hose. So that actually wasn't so hard. There's a little O-ring inside this inner tube. You can adjust this. So it just gives us another level of adjustment. My way's a little different than the video that I watched, and I'll link his video in the description too because I want to give him credit. He had a great idea. We don't need this. So we don't need this lid, and we don't need this whole box actually. You can take this whole box off. We're going to use this as a connection point here. Let's see if I can thread this on. Check that out. I think we're almost done. That's too easy. So you can kind of imagine there's going to be mesh here, but the CPD is going to come in here because we're going to have some nice looking Java moss in here. So they're going to lay their eggs, and because we have an air line connected to this point here, it's going to suck the eggs down this tube up into our breeder box, all the way up into our breeder box. In theory, that's how it should work. I'm going to put a piece of mesh over the top of this whole thing. And the easiest way for us to do that is to take this, put it upside down, and trace on our mesh. And then we'll cut it out with some scissors. Alright, let's trace this. I'm just holding good pressure down so that it doesn't move on me. So it's kind of a sloppy line. I think if we cut just inside that line, we'll be good. Let's see what it looks like so far. Not bad. Pretty good, right? I think we could make it a little smaller. Okay, so it turns out you have to make it a little smaller than you think. I'm pretty happy with that. So I've actually never used hot glue before. I don't know if I ever have. We're just going to do a little hot glue. I don't know how quick it dries. I guess we'll find out together. A lot of you guys probably use hot glue all the time. My wife does. I never really have a reason to use it, I guess. You can see it's kind of sloppy, but it seems to be holding really well. So go ahead and shave the extra glue with a razor blade just to get it to fit snugly. Check that out. I'm pretty happy with that. That was easy. I think anyone can do this. You can do this. If you want to make an automatic egg catching device, I want to make this easy for everyone. I think, yeah, you could get fancy, put an elbow down here, but if it already comes with this part, just use this part. And there's one other thing we have to address. There's these holes right here. I think it's just for good circulation, but you could argue that eggs might fly out of there, or maybe tiny fish can get in there. So maybe we'll just take some hot glue and glue that. I don't know. Let's try it. And this will also kind of weld our basket in place, which might make it harder to clean. So if you don't want your basket to be stuck in place, maybe take it out before this step. I don't really care. Like, if I have to get it out, I'll get it out. Oh, this is already like welded shut. It's just bad manufacturing. Oh well. Works for me. That's one of the things I love about this hobby. It seems like we're all feeding off each other and kind of using someone's idea and making it our own, and there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of people that get butthurt about that. I think it's flattering if someone wanted to copy my idea. Not that I have a whole lot of ideas. I steal a lot of ideas from Master Breeder Dean, and I know a lot of other people do. Like, there's probably not many fry systems better than his. I mean, maybe there is. If someone has a genius idea, why wouldn't we all use it? I think we're ready, guys. Imagine that the tank is right here. And it'll be easier to see once we're in the tank. Basically, They're throwing eggs into this container and they're coming up through this tube and into this box. So let's check it out. Let's see if it works. First thing we're going to do is remove all the moss and guppy grass from their tank. Now we'll do a quick water change. So it's been an hour since I put this in, and I already have some eggs in here. Let's see if I can zoom in. See all those delicious eggs? How cool is that? If you guys are subscribed and you follow me, then I've got something really, really cool coming up that we'll talk about in the next video. I hope you guys liked that video. That was super easy. I think anyone can do that. If you're interested in breeding these, stick around because I am going to be making a video on how to breed CPDs. So, as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.